What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, on today's video I will show you quite interesting news. I will show you that we have very interesting development in MMTLP case. I will show you that some people potentially blind because they cannot see the bigger picture of the entire story, and they want to point to some minor facts that are not so important and that are not the reason of the main MMTLP problem. And in today's video I will show you what I'm talking about. And before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm. And if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, this is the post that I wrote on January the 30th. It is a public post that you can find on my Patreon. It is pretty much all trade alerts that I made from December the 1st to January the 30th. These are the results of these alerts. You can see that all of the trades were in profit except this one on December 19th. TRWV hit a stop loss order, and we've lost about 1.33% on this trade, but all other trades are in green. That is why you can use these trades in your personal trades as a part of your due diligence. So guys, you've seen many of my trade calls, all delivering strong returns in just hours. Now it's your turn to trade smarter. Join my Safe Haven Patreon tier, built for traders who want consistency, structure and real results. You will get a detailed plan to protect your portfolio, monthly one-on-one Zoom sessions with me and private Discord access with all trade alerts, lessons and exclusive updates. And here is the best part. If you don't earn more than your subscription price within 30 days, you will receive a full refund, no question asked, as long as your trading account balance is at least $2,500 and you've taken all the recommended trades during the period. No excuses, no fine print. You profit or you don't pay. Join today and let's start building your edge in the market. So, and let's begin with Ann Vanderstill's tweet. She wrote this just several hours ago: abolish the SEC and arrest all the guilty parties. And this is pretty much almost the only tweet directly related to MMTLP story, because she refers to the tweet that was written by Jen Zdanek on March 21st, and Jay wrote this: the SEC helped steal my family's money along with other Americans and left us for ruin to protect your hedge funds and broker bodies. We have proof that you did help them. Sad part is the SEC job is to protect the American investors. I am disgusted with my country. MMTLP, they don't care about the damage this has caused. The loss of money, health, ability to make our families better through opportunities. Thank you, US government, for nothing. And I have to admit that I still see a lot of people who are extremely upset about this story, but at the same time, guys, one of the main reasons of the problems is definitely the board of directors of former TRCH and current and next bridge hydrocarbons. Let me show you this tweet that was written by Progressive Libertarian. He wrote, the guilty parties are the former CEOs and the largest shareholder, who just happened to dump tens of millions of dollars of MMTLP from the time the NBHS1 became effective until the distribution. Don't you all nut jobs always say follow the money? How come you are not doing it? And yes, if you are trying to follow the money, you will see that the main beneficiaries in this case are Greg McCabe, who allegedly received from $40 to $69 million for the shares that he sold back in November and December of 2022, and John Burda, who sold his shares for about $5 to $6 million. On top of that, guys, we have some people who, who has their own opinion on this case, and one of them is Jeff Davis, the energy OG, and just recently he published several tweets about the NBH itself, and he claims that NBH and Greg McCabe is the entity and the person who is responsible for this story. And for now, he deleted all of his tweets because of this. NextBridge Hydrocarbons files tortures interference claim in Harris County District Court against Jeff Davis. Link to petition and exhibits below. TRCH, MMTLP, MMAT. This tweet was written by Junk Savvy and reposted by Busy Brands. And Busy Brands, for now, is the only person. Jeff Daniels, let me show you, attacks Busy Brands for now for his actions in this story. At the same time, guys, you can find all the tweets that he deleted from the S1OMG Twitter account. You can see that Status Pay, he refers S1OMG, reposted the tweet from Status Pay, and Status Pay wrote this. Jeff Davis deleted post party. In honor of the recent action taken by NextBridge, I encourage everyone to post their favorite screenshots to use X as intended to aggregate data. He always loved to speak freely on X, gone but not forgotten. And this is the screenshots that were made by the MMTLP community, where Jeff Daniels made his statements in regards to MMTLP case. Quite interesting part, but let me show you this. Scott Roth wrote this on March 19th. Wait, why is NextBridge Hydrocarbons going after Jeff Davis when McCabe said it was Scott Roth and his crew that bankrupted NBH by asking for drilling records, expenditure records, stock deal records, complete financials? Then McCabe says to his staff and attorneys to delete his emails, showing he willingly refuses to deny shareholders' requests. Pretty sure pattern and participative conduct in RICO is what we are looking at right here by McCabe, but God bless poor Ollie Jeff Dales for spitting out his latte in laughter from whatever he's camping out. I'm pretty sure Greg McCabe, now with Wes Christian following him around like a Southern Fried version of Renfield, Dracula's notoriously subpar IQ but loyal manservant, knows that in a company that can't get its books correct after 2 years, changed its valuation from 79 millions to 0 in 2 weeks, lost its leases, didn't pay royalties, threatened shareholders, defamed shareholders, likely hired social media slobs to attack NextBridge Hydrocarbons contrarians, now knows that he's got big lawsuits coming at him from the MMAT bankruptcy case for avoidance. Jeff Hartman says there are 10 to 15 cases coming against individuals for estate recovery, but since Hartman hired Christian out there, it remains to be seen, especially since Hartman has now had 18 months to pull the trigger and he hasn't. So who did the damage? Trot and 1209? Davis? Did McCabe know Burda was hiring pump and dumpers to promote TRCH? Don't take my word for it all. Take a look, folks, zero valuation. And gee, let's destroy corporate records. And he added several screenshots of the documents that proves his point of view. I have to admit that this letter that was sent to Jennifer Vetrana proves that he doesn't care about the MMTLP shareholders. This letter is a proven fact. No one can deny it. And he wrote, please disregard and delete the email I inadvertently sent less than 20 minutes ago. Thank you, Greg. And this is the letter. Jason, it was addressed to Jason. This appears to be a part of the continued harassment campaign against the company in an effort to bankrupt us. I ignored it last time. Do you think I need to respond to this one? Also, our PR firm has received the same letter from Trot and his crew. I was going to ignore it as well. Please let me know your thoughts, Greg. And I have to admit that it is proven and that is officially stated that the fair value of almost $80 million on December 14 of 2022 became zero on December 31st of 2022. And yes, unfortunately, we have a very interesting and important updates, and these updates are not so favorable for the majority of MMTLP shareholder, because they don't want to admit that the wrongdoers are not, or at least not only the authorities like FINRA and SEC. And unfortunately, guys, for example, Ali in his videos also tries to be one-sided person, because he doesn't want to show that Greg McCabe is pretty much the only beneficial in this story. He just shows some details that he tries to help MMTLP community, but this tweet that was written from an account allegedly connected to Greg McCabe shows nothing rather than that he said allegedly that he works hard to help MMTLP and NextBridge shareholders. But 3 years for now is you are in this story for more than 3 years, and nothing has changed. On top of that, guys, take a look right here. This is the comment section of my previous video, and here is a quite interesting post that was made by Jerry Old-Gold-Smith 9963, and he wrote, Andrei, check out an oil geologist pal of McCabe named Masterson, involved in helping NextBridge to confirm 3.2 billion barrels in the Orogrande. Company reports later Masterson went to work for TRCH. And guys, take a look right here. In the NextBridge Hydrocarbons website, you can find management team and Greg McCabe history. And right here you can see that McCabe brings almost 40 years of experience to NextBridge, and working with the geologist Rich Masterson was extremely active in the early development of the Wolfborn Plain in Delaware Basin portion of the Permian Basin. And this is the connection of Rich Masterson to Greg McCabe. On top of that, guys, take a look right here. This is the Reddit thread related to NextBridge Hydrocarbons, and you can see that we have two mentions of Rich Masterson right here. First of all, at the very beginning, 3.2 billion barrels of oil in the Permian Basin Orogrande. Texas comes for sale in the next 3 weeks. Will Exxon buy it? And it was published 3 years ago, right before the U3 halt. But the second mention of Masterson is quite interesting. So, Brilliant Physics, in response to Tim the Tiny, wrote this. And first of all, let me quote to Tim the Tiny. He wrote, as a petroleum geologist, the Orogrande is a scam. That's all. And guys, let me remind you that it was published 3 years before the U3 halt. And Brilliant Physics wrote, is Rich Masterson, the Permian Basin geologist with multiple discoveries over the last 40 years, a scam? Are the production numbers from the wells drilled on the property a scam? I think not. That's all. And Tim the Tiny wrote this. I've seen the production numbers. We've looked at Torchlight and all other idiots trying to sell their acreage in the Orogrande for the last 10 years. No major oil companies have beaten on this in that time for a reason. It is thermally immature and under-pressured trash shale. So guys, we have and we had these opinions from the people who are, well, allegedly were and are right now the people who knows about this story. On top of that, let me show you that I found another mention of Rich Masterson, at this time in the article that was written in 2019. Analyst disputes negative report on Texas-based oil and gas firm. And here you can see that in April 30th, research note Roth Capital Partners analyst John White refuted the points made by Torchlight Energy Resources in an opinion piece by White Diamond Research that outlined the alleged negative aspects of the energy company's business. And here is this report. It is just several strings, but it was published again on April 29th of 2019. And it says, Torchlight Energy has an enterprise value of over $130 million. The company's entire perceived value is based on possible oil in its Orogrande project. TRCH only paid $3.35 million in cash and stock for 75% of the Orogrande in August 2014, when oil prices were much higher than today. TRCH has little cash with increasing debt, and if it cannot sell the Orogrande, we believe the company is finished. In April 2019, TRCH said it would sell its Hazel project, but never did, and raised equity instead. In April 2019, TRCH said it will sell its Orogrande project, but we don't believe that will ever happen. And you can see that this article was published, as I mentioned, in 2019. And guys, if we had this number of red flags, why did you believe to the people who attract your attention that this company was very important? From my point of view, I was very interested in the price action of TRCH stock, and I told you right before the merger with MMAT that you shouldn't hold these stocks if you don't want to lose the value of your initial investment. And I was right, and you can find this video in the list of my videos related to TRCH. I believe that it was titled with some kind of T+2 rule mentioned in it. And at the very end of trading saga of TRCH MMTLP stocks, I also published a video, and the link, direct link to this video, you can find in the description below, where I told you that if you don't want to be trapped in this story, you have to sell these shares. And guys, let me show you another tweet from Dr. E. He wrote, 90 days as one effective or we escalate. Transfer agent, book entry registration. New day at DCC, maybe. But Atkins comes from the same system that gave us Madoff and market failures, even showing up as an expert for market makers. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And here is the answer from Amy. She wrote, escalate, you have $0 whether your shares are at the broker or AST. The only way out is if McCabe lets it trade. No one is going to pay you for shares of a company you choose to invest in. The only one screwing you out of freedom is McCabe. Take the L or wait. Take the losses or wait. Those are your options. And guys, I have to admit that yes, we can see that there's two completely opposite opinions. One of them is that there is just a problem that is directly related to the board of directors of MMTLP and TRCH and Next Bridge board of directors. The second part of the community thinks that it is the authorities who are who stopped the trading of MMTLP shares 2 days before the announced date. And in my opinion, well, I have to admit that there is no clear picture for me right now. I see the problem from the board of directors. Definitely, I see this problem, and I see that it was a lot of signs of pump and dump scheme. At the same time, I see the problem from the authority side as well, and that is why I support all the people who filed the lawsuit against one party or another, because only through these lawsuits we will find who is guilty in this case, and potentially we can find the path how you can at least partially receive some payments for the damages. So I think that's all, and see you in the next video. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stay